Hi guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing MotoGP 21. We're going to be here in a very cloudy Brno in the Czech Republic, and we're going to be using Wayne Gardner on the magnificent 500cc machines. So in pole position is Valentino Rossi with Norik, Abe, Schwantz, Rainey, Gardner and McWilliams on the second row, McCoy, Biaggi, Roberts Jr., Doohan, Crivier, Lawson, and finally at the back of the grid, John Kaczynski on the Cagiva. So with Wayne Gardner, we wait for the lights to go out, and they're off! Oh, a decent start, a bit of a slide there, but still, that's a much better start than Schwantz, Abe and Rossi, as Wayne Gardner gets into the lead and will probably even take the whole shot for this magnificent start here in Brno. Absolutely superb. Now, Brno and record is not usually my best track. I'm not the best here in Brno, but that is a magnificent start, exactly what we needed, exactly what the doctor ordered, excuse the pun. But Wayne Gardner has had a magnificent start and is already up by a second going into turn 3. That is absolutely superb. I couldn't have dreamt a better start than that. That is awesome. I need to check if it's still on AI difficulty 120%. That was brilliant. So in qualifying, the riders were setting 2-minute-ish laps, so 2 minute and a couple of tenths, or 2-minute 01. So I'm very keen to see how they perform here today, because I did find last time when we did Norik Abe in Donington Park, the qualifying times were much harder to beat than the actual race itself. So the more effort I'd put into changing into the pole position, or to really trying to get a decent lap in the qualifying session, resulted in the rest of the riders going slow in the Grand Prix anyway. And I'm just curious whether that's occurred here as well, because Rossi is 2 seconds behind, and this Grand Prix has practically just started. Kevin Schwantz behind, the number 34 is, well, he's in 3rd place, but nothing to be seen as of yet. So I guess it's going to be a bit of a lonely race, but of course you never know what's going to happen in MotoGP races. So of course, cast your mind back on MotoGP 20, we did the Classic Championship with Kevin Schwantz, and both riders, Alex Crivier and Wayne Gardner, both felt some sort of curse when leading this Grand Prix going into the second to final corner. I don't want to be suffering the same fate. Of course, we are running Wayne Gardner here today, and I don't want to be crashing with Wayne Gardner because he didn't do very well in our MotoGP Championship last season in MotoGP 20, and I want to change that here today, and I want Wayne Gardner to be the top, to be the cream of the crop, let's say. I want him to be the absolute granddaddy of them all, the big cheese, the big honcho, the head man, and win here in the Czech Republic. So across the line we go. It's a 2:07.650. Of course, that was from a standing start. I do expect the lap times to be around a 2-minute 1-ish. But as far as this race goes for a battle, I am very surprised. It's been a long time since I've escaped to the front and just disappeared. Maybe not that long, because Norik Abe in Donington Park was kind of like this, but actually I had to work my way through it. This seems to be one of those ones where I've just got to the front already and started chucking in the lap times. Let's see how we get on. Hopefully I can be consistent. Of course, I always thrive to be a very consistent rider. It's my favourite part of racing, as the top 3 is currently Gardner, Rossi and Schwantz. So Rossi still maintaining 2nd place. Now in MotoGP 20, whenever Rossi, Biaggi, even Abe a lot of the time, they would battle, they would go up to the front, they'd be in the 2nd, 3rd places, and by the time the Grand Prix ended, they would just disappear from the face of the top 10. And you know what? I think I've just jinxed Valentino Rossi. He's now down to 6th place. Just like that. So exactly what I said. For some reason, they just seem to go backwards. Mick Doohan was different in MotoGP 20 as well. He wasn't that competitive. But I guess what I'm going to say is MotoGP 21 Championship, Classic Championship, the 500cc Championship is probably going to have to start soon, isn't it? Maybe we'll try into 3 championships at once, Moto 3 in the career mode, or whatever it will be at the time. A Classic Championship with the 500cc's, perhaps even a Red Bull Rookies Cup, and perhaps even 990cc, or even 800cc. My only concern with the 800cc's is there are only 8 riders. So it's not really that special for the championship. Now it is in the sense of that anyone can get points and anyone could win races, but at the same time, it's not like that, because of course if you do crash you might as well finish the race. You're still going to get quite a lot of points for 8th place. So I guess if someone crashes they're going to have to quit. Or we'll have to quit if we crash. We'll see anyway, something will come up and we'll conjure something up. But right now, as a 2:01.306 is the fast lap of the race right now. Of course, that being the only lap that can be completed that isn't from a standing start. So great start for Wayne Gardner as things stand here in Brno. But I tell you, I am really surprised how this race has gone so far. I honestly expected a massive fight. Schwantz, Rossi, Arbe, they were great in qualifying. Every single time I improved my lap time, they would improve it again. And here, wow. Arbe down to 5th, Rossi down to 8th. Schwantz has held his own in 3rd place, but Mick Doohan out of nowhere, he started quite far back and now he's up into 2nd place. It's a great job from the teammate. Really good as we go a little bit wide there and onto the green. Thankfully I slowed it down a little bit so I didn't incur any extra penalty, because of course I don't want a long lap penalty. There is the classic long lap penalty, which was courtesy of Johan Zarco last season, which was probably the best long lap penalty I've ever seen a rider do. He had the knee down, he was dragging it in there, and then he just threw it out. Beautiful. And he hardly lost anything. I think he went into their 3rd place and still came out 3rd place. Awesome. Well, we are up by 10 seconds, and I'm a little bit lost, to be honest with you. It's not often I don't get to commentate without shouting, and my voice is already pretty strained today, let's say, after some Moto3 commentary just earlier on. So this is somewhat a nice change, to be honest with you. It's a bit of a pleasure to just sit back and enjoy the experience and just ride in style and in peace and quiet. It's a unique one, I'll tell you. So I hope you guys enjoy these ones, because I'm always conscious that if I do escape to the front, that you guys might not be entertained, because of course it's not that much fun when a rider just disappears into the distance. And Lorenzo used to do it in like 2012 and 2013 and whatnot, and then Marquez did it in like the past couple of years. It's very boring when a rider does that, but at the same time, there's always a couple of battles going on here and there that you can pay attention to, but right now, all you can see is the back of Wayne Gardner. But I like Wayne Gardner. He's probably one of my favourites in this Classic Championship, so I'm going to be pleased if we can continue to churn out these lap times. Would like to get into the 2-minute mark. You know me, I'm a big fan of trying to improve everything we have, whether that be the content, whether it be my commentary, just everything in general. And I want to improve the lap times as well, and I don't think we'll be doing it here as we go wide into turn 3. And I've got to say, it's something I guess I've got a lot of time to speak about, so I might as well talk about it now we've got the chance. But the 500cc's in MotoGP this year are awesome. They might be my favourite bikes to use, and that is odd because last year they were good to use, but they slid everywhere and sort of weirdly. Like they had no grip whatsoever. They felt really weird, but this one, they feel fantastic. The acceleration feels awesome. It's powerful. Oh, it's definitely powerful, so you have to be very careful when you're accelerating. But I am certainly looking forward to a championship this season. And you know what? I think we'll have to do multiple. We can do all sorts. We can do a full championship. We can do condensed championships. We can do all sorts. I'm looking forward to it. Let me know in the comment section down below who you want me to use this season. Last year we obviously used Kevin Schwantz, so I'm going to say Schwantz is out of the question this year. We will use someone else. My pick would probably be Wayne Gardner, but well, let's see what you guys think. Let me know in the comment section down below who you want me to choose for this year's MotoGP 21 Classic Championship. Let's see who everybody wants for me to ride as. So exiting out of turn 12. Now I had a bit of trouble in this particular corner during the qualifying session. It was very difficult to keep the front end of this Honda down. I was pushing forwards, I was lowering it into the weight down into the bottom of the bike. I was shifting up a gear to try and help, pushing onto the rear brake, anything to stop the bike from wheeling, and I just couldn't seem to get it right. We still qualified in a very decent position, and we cross the line now and get a 2-minute 5:03, so we managed to get that 2-minute mark. I do believe a 1:59 could well and truly be in our future. Not sure if it's going to be on this particular lap, because of course the tyres are looking a bit worn. Maybe I'll have to come back to this and try and get a 1:59, but for the time being I'm quite happy with this one. Now Rivers mentioned a while ago he would like me to do some world record attempt laps as we back it into turn 3 there with style. Ran it a little bit wide there, but I did like the way I sort of chucked the rear tyre onto the rumble strip. Now I didn't really have much confidence in battling for world record laps on this game because the esports riders are just on another level, but I do feel really confident with these 500cc machines. So bear with me and I'm going to try and get some lap times in. Not sure what I'll do, might even live stream it at a weekend for you. We'll sort something out soon. I'm very keen to see what we can do with the 500cc machines because I am absolutely loving this bike. I think the Honda is probably my favourite. Using the Suzuki last time in MotoGP 20 and then using obviously Norikabe's Yamaha, I do think the Honda is my favourite 500cc to use. So we'll see how things go, but I would like to do a world record lap. I really would on MotoGP. I've never had a world record in MotoGP. I've had them in Ride 4 that you guys seem to steal away from me every single time, because you guys are like that. But we'll see as we slide it into turn 10. I do recall, actually, on this particular race, because of course, if you're not aware, that I have already recorded the race and I'm just commentating over it, as this one wasn't really anything particular special. But of course, I decided to chuck in a few slides in there. I wanted to try and drift the motorcycle, and the feeling on MotoGP 21 is so responsive. I personally think it's the best physics I've ever had in a MotoGP game. You can fight me in the comment section if you disagree, but personally for me, I love it. I really love the feeling and the feedback of the controller and the way the bikes feel in this game. And I do really feel that chucking the bike in, having it skip on the tarmac, having it slide in, or holding the rear brake to try and get a drift in, it just feels natural and it feels easy to do. Just sliding into turn 1 even, just everything seems natural, it feels normal. It feels great. And major props for me on MotoGP 21. I am absolutely loving this game, and I do appreciate a lot of you guys are enjoying my content as well, which makes me feel incredibly humbled. So God bless you all. I love you all, honestly. And now we go into turn 3 with a little bit of a mention of our channel, of course. If you haven't subscribed already, now's a great time to do so. We have a wonderful community here on DrAce's channel. The comment section are always filled with positive bike lovers, and even my Discord. So if you want to join the Discord server as well, there's a link down in the description down below. That was down twice. That was too many downs in one sentence, but it doesn't matter, because we're into turn 5. I almost said down 5. 22 seconds ahead of Mick Doohan, and Max Biaggi has somehow found himself... What happened to Kevin Schwantz? Kevin Schwantz just disappeared from the timing screens, and now he's down to 7th place. What happened? No, not Schwantz. He needs us to be controlling him, that's what it is. He's just dropped down to 8th place now. I think we've jinxed him. My apologies, Kevin. He did well when we controlled him in MotoGP 20. What's he doing wrong here? He doesn't have the ace touch, that's what it is. Now sliding into the Kevin Schwantz corner. Aptly timed for that one, wasn't it? I swear that wasn't a... that was a coincidence, that wasn't planned. Now coming out onto the rumble strip there, braking in early for the left-hander of turn 11. Don't go onto the rumble strip there, it can be a little bit off. And here's not too bad, it's relatively flat. But just be careful and don't touch the sort of sausage curb, that orange sort of rumble strip, because you will crash. That seems to kick you off the second you go anywhere near it, so just be careful. As we now brake on the left-hand side of the tyre for a rise on. Of course, I've mentioned many times before in braking, brake when the tyres are parallel. If they're not parallel, don't go full brake, just go like a little bit of brake. That's enough to trail brake into the corner and it'll help you get in there. And for the final lap already, goodness me, that has absolutely flown. Now onto the right-hand side for František Šťastný. Oh, I tried, but it's just turn 1 to me. Turn 2 to be navigated in a moment when you flick it to the left-hand side. Brilliant. And look at that gap in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. That is absurd. That is a ridiculous lead. I do think MotoGP 21 needs tougher AI. I'm finding that every class is too easy, except MotoGP. MotoGP seems to be quite tough. The 500cc's, not really. The 250s, of course, Moto3. I love that one, and that's how it's been improved by utilising the power setting 1. And then, of course, Moto2. I do think Moto2 bikes are the best to use. I love riding the Moto2 bikes, I really do. I'm really enjoying playing. We played online a couple of days ago in the live stream. That was awesome. The Moto2 bikes are brilliant. So Kevin Schwantz is actually no longer in the top 8, so disaster for him. Disaster for Norick Abe, and we just cut the corner for the very first time on the final lap, and then gave a little bit too much acceleration there. You've seen the bike slide. Be very careful on this Honda NSR 500, because it will kick you off if you're not careful, so just bear that in mind if you're going to use them. Let me know in the comment section down below, actually, on what you think of these bikes. How do you feel about the handling on the 500cc's? A lot of people don't tend to use them because, of course, they're focusing more on their own career mode or doing the championships. But for me, I love using these bikes, and that's why I was so disappointed when the historical mode wasn't included this season. I love doing the historical mode. Anything sort of like a real-life moments things, like where we used to have in Valentino Rossi the game, where you had the best Rossi moments. The year before you had that, where you had like Lorenzo moments and Marquez moments, Pedrosa moments. I miss that. I would love to see that come back. But for the time being, we have bigger fish to fry because we need to celebrate Wayne Gardner absolutely decimating the field here in Brno. Congratulations to the Australian. Brilliant result for Wayne Gardner as he wins here in Brno. So the results are as shown. Gardner wins by a country mile over Mick Doohan, and Max Biaggiu's on the podium. Kenny Roberts, Wayne Rainey, Jerry McWilliams, Eddie Lawson, Kevin Schwantz, and Alex Crivier finishes in 9th place. So brilliant finish for Wayne Gardner, absolutely dominated this one from start to finish. Magnificent man with a magnificent victory. But guys, that concludes the video for me, so as always, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment and subscribe if you did. Hit the notification bell to be alerted to every single DrAce upload, and upon that note guys, thank you for watching, and ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite sate your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now, with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.